History loves a mystery, but it hates a messy truth. For 400 years, we have told the story of the lost colony as a supernatural vanishing act, a town that breathed one day and was empty the next. But John White, the man who returned to find his family gone, didn't see a ghost story. He saw a set of instructions. Today, we peel back the myth. From hidden symbols on 16th century maps to DNA evidence in the North Carolina soil, we are finally finding the 115 souls who vanished into the woods of the New World. The 1587 colony was doomed before it landed. Their financier, Sir Walter Raleigh, intended for them to settle in the Chesapeake Bay, a deeper, safer harbor. But their pilot, Simon Fernandez, had other plans. He was a privateer more interested in looting Spanish gold than planting corn. Fernandez dumped the families on Roanoke Island, a place already scarred by blood. 2 years prior, a military expedition under Ralph Lane had murdered the local Secatan chief, Wingina. The 115 settlers, men like bricklayers and tailors, women and children, were now forced to live in the shadow of a massacre they didn't commit. When John White sailed back to England for help, he walked into a world on fire. The Anglo-Spanish War had reached its peak. King Philip II of Spain had launched the Invincible Armada. For 3 years, White was a prisoner of geopolitics. Every ship was conscripted, every sailor was a soldier. Back on Roanoke, the 115 settlers were watching the horizon. 1 year passed, then 2, then 3. The drought of 1587 turned into a 3-year famine. We know this now through tree ring science. The bald cypress trees on the Blackwater River show that this was the most severe drought in 800 years. They weren't just waiting for White. They were dying of thirst. When White finally returned in 1590, he found the houses taken down. This is a crucial detail. If they were attacked, the houses would have been burned or left standing. Taking them down suggests a planned move. White saw the word Croatoan. He knew this referred to the island of Manteo, an indigenous man who had traveled to England and was a loyal ally to the English. White wanted to sail to Croatoan immediately, but a massive storm, a great gale, snapped his anchor cables and nearly wrecked his ships. He was forced to return to England, never seeing his family again. He died in Ireland, believing his daughter was safe among the Croatian people. In 2012, a discovery changed everything. Scientists examined White's 1585 map of the coast. They noticed a small patch of paper. Underneath it was a symbol for a fort, located 50 miles inland at the mouth of the Chowan River. Why hide a fort? Perhaps for military secrecy from the Spanish. But archaeologists headed to that X on the map. They found something extraordinary. Border Ware. This is a specific type of English pottery from the 16th century. It wasn't trade goods. It was domestic kitchenware. This suggests that a group of settlers didn't just go to Croatoan. They went inland seeking a sustainable place to farm away from the coast. The Roanoke settlers didn't vanish into thin air. They vanished into the people of North Carolina. By the 1700s, explorers in the interior found indigenous groups with gray eyes, light hair, and the ability to read English. The lost colony isn't a story of death. It is a story of survival through assimilation. They did what humans have always done when faced with extinction. They reached out to their neighbors, they integrated, and they became something new.